I still hear her knocking under the ground. It has been 12 years, but when it rains at night, I remember that sound. I grew up in a small village in northern Nigeria, not far from Kano. We had no palace like in movies. Our princess was just the Emir's daughter, but in our village, that meant something. Her name was Amina. She was not soft like people expected. She walked alone. She asked questions. She wanted to go to university in the city. Some elders did not like that. The year it happened, there was tension in the community. A land dispute. Two families fighting over farmland near the river. The Emir tried to settle it. People whispered that he favored one side. Then Amina disappeared. At first, nobody panicked. She had gone to visit a friend in the next town before without telling many people. But this time, her phone was off. Her driver said he dropped her near the old primary school because she wanted to walk the rest of the way. That was the last confirmed sighting. I was part of the search group. I was 21 then, strong, foolish, and eager to help. We searched the bush, the dry wells, abandoned houses. For 3 days, nothing. On the 4th day, a boy said he saw fresh sand behind the old school building. We went there. The soil looked different, loose, like someone had dug in a hurry. I remember how quiet it was. No birds, no wind. We started digging. At first, we thought it was just trash buried there. Then one of the men hit something soft. A piece of fabric, light blue. I knew that color. She wore a blue hijab that day. Someone told us to stop, to call the police from the city. But one of the elders said no. We finish what we started. So we kept digging. The smell came first. Not strong, but wrong. My stomach turned. I stepped back, but they told me to hold the torch. When her face appeared in the dirt, her eyes were open. I dropped the torch. There were marks on her neck, clear, dark, like fingers. The official story later was kidnapping. Unknown attackers, case under investigation. You know how it goes. No one was ever arrested. But here is the part that still keeps me awake. She was not fully buried deep. The grave was shallow, too shallow, and her fingernails were broken, packed with mud. The doctor from the city said she died from strangling. He said it was quick, that she would not have suffered long. But I saw her hands. She had tried to dig. Back then, some old women in the village started whispering that her spirit was angry, that a princess should not be buried like a thief, that the land itself would reject the crime. I did not believe in that, until the knocking started. The school building was abandoned after her body was found. Parents refused to send their children there. They said it was cursed, but some of us young men still passed by at night on our way back from the market. The first time I heard it, I thought it was boys playing a prank. 3 slow knocks. From the ground. I froze. My friend Musa laughed and said it was probably a goat trapped somewhere. Then it came again. Knock, knock, knock. Not random, not scratching, not an animal moving. It sounded like someone hitting wood, but there was no wood there, just soil. We ran. The next week, during heavy rain, part of the ground behind the school sank in. The shallow grave opened again. Some bones were exposed. People screamed that she refused to rest. The Emir ordered a proper burial this time. Big crowd, police, prayers, cameras. They moved her remains to the family cemetery. Concrete slab, clean headstone. After that, the knocking stopped. But 2 months later, one of the men who insisted we finish what we started died in his sleep. Heart attack, they said. He was not old. Another man involved in the land dispute was attacked on the road by unknown people. He survived, but he left the village for good. People said it was coincidence. Maybe it was. Years passed. The land dispute quietly ended. The farmland was sold to an outsider. The old school building was finally demolished. Last year, I went back there during a visit home. The place is empty now, just open ground. I stood where we had dug. It was quiet. Then I heard it again. One knock, soft, dull, like from deep below. I told myself it was my mind, just memory, just guilt. Because here's the truth I have never said out loud. The day before Amina disappeared, I saw her arguing with two men near that school. One of them was related to the land dispute. I knew his face well. When the police asked if I saw anything strange, I said no. I was afraid. In our village, speaking against powerful men can end you. So I said nothing. Maybe the knocking is not her spirit. Maybe it is just my mind reminding me that I kept quiet while they buried her too fast. But when it rains at night and the wind is still, I hear it clear as day. 3 slow knocks, and I know exactly where they are coming from.